What up, YouTube? This your boy AWOL, back at it again. And in this video, I want to talk about loneliness. You know, the feeling of being isolated, feeling like an outcast, like a black sheep, and you know how no one gets you. Feeling like you're not valued by society, by people in your family. And you don't feel this way for a reason. I mean, you don't feel this way for no reason. There are things that you've noticed, patterns that you've noticed in your life that led you to believe this or have these thoughts and feelings. And sometimes the ego, the mind, can have you conjuring up these, grandiose ideas about yourself and concepts about yourself. What some people would call delusions of grandeur. Whereas, the reason why I'm lonely and the reason why no one gets me is because I'm special. Because I'm a chosen one. Or, there must be something wrong with everyone else. Or, it can go the other way. There must be something wrong with me. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm awkward. Maybe I have some kind of deficiency. Maybe I'm inadequate. Maybe I don't measure up to the world's standards and expectations of how a human being is supposed to be. Maybe there's just something wrong with me. Maybe I'm worthless. Maybe I'm stupid, dumb. Maybe I'm ugly, whatever. And all these different things that can plague a person's mind when they feel ostracized, lonely, isolated, cast out. And I just want to tell you that you're not alone. There are many others, many people in the world who can relate and share those same struggles and sentiments. And you'll be surprised, there's more than you think. There's more people out there who struggle with those things than you think. Especially now that the world is more isolated than ever. People are more isolated than ever because of maybe the pandemic. What was the main tenet that was enforced during the pandemic? Social distancing. So a lot of people are more distant than ever. And you can maybe blame technology and social media, in our mobile devices, our smartphones. Every a lot of people these days have a tendency to, stay to themselves, stay in the house, especially since the pandemic. And, and people just stay at home and use streaming services, watch Netflix and Hulu, or being entertained by their smartphones in some shape or form. Video games, a lot of people are trying to escape. A lot of people are resorting to escapism. So there's a lot of different things you can point to that you can say contributed to the social distancing, quote unquote, or the isolation and feelings of loneliness a lot of people experience. But even before, technology, social media, even before the pandemic, this problem with so many individuals have always existed. And I believe that, it's a nuanced thing. It's not something that's black or white. It's not something that we can, diagnose and clearly define and put it in a medical, psychiatric, or psychological handbook as some type of disorder or disease. I believe it's a very nuanced thing as to why a lot of people are like this, or why a lot of people feel this way and struggle with these things. I know for myself, I've always, ever since I was a child, have always felt different. I have always felt like, people don't resonate with me, and vice versa. As if there's like a disconnect between me and others, myself and others. I always felt like I don't belong here in this life. And I can be vulnerable about this, because I understand myself at the age I am now. I understand myself a lot better. And I've come to terms with it. And I can love and accept myself enough to be comfortable in my own skin and be vulnerable about this type of stuff. And speak on it, in this video, on this platform. I don't care what people think about me anymore. And some of it is, nobody's watching me anyways. Nobody pays attention to me anyways. I'm like a ghost. I'm invisible, it seems. At least in my perception, I feel invisible. So I could be vulnerable. Because nobody looking at a nigga anyway. Right? So I could be open about this and speak on it. But yeah, I've always felt different. I've always felt like I'm not from this realm of reality. You know, I believe that certain people just have an energy signature or a vibration that does not align with other people in this world, in this life, in this realm of reality. Okay? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I think is wrong, what I think the problem is that many people are afraid to exude that, to exude their true selves, their true vibrations and frequency. Out of fear of being not accepted by others, by society, by their family, their friends, and so forth. Fear of being ostracized and exiled, if you will. So the universe, per the law of attraction, if you believe in that kind of stuff, can't bring you or manifest in your life that which is meant for you. Right? Because you have a mask on. You're wearing a mask. You have a costume on. You're portraying something that is not you. So you're not recognizable to your kin. And what I mean by kin, not your blood relatives, but there's a kinship out there for you. There's a reality out there for you. There's a brotherhood, a family, in a set of circumstances, in a position shaped just right for you. And you're not going to be able to fulfill that hole carved out specifically for your biometrics. Specifically for you. You're not going to be able to step in your rightful place in this world if you aren't staying true to your authentic self. You're not going to be able to find your tribe. And to live out the destiny that is preordained for you. I hate when I'm trying to talk and I got all this raspiness and irritation going on in my throat. But anyway, it's important that you stay true to yourself. No matter what anyone else says or tells you, no matter what you see anyone else doing, and you look at them and you think to yourself, wow, this is working for them. They're successful at this thing that they're doing. I want to be like this person. I want to imitate that person. And then when you go out there and do that, it doesn't work out the same way for you. That's why so many people are failing and why so many people are left behind. And so many people feel defeated and so many people feel alone. Because they refuse to stay in their lane and are always trying to be something they're not. And when they fail at that, they feel disgruntled. They feel depressed. They feel anxiety. They feel like they want to crash out. And that's God's way, if you believe in God, or that's the universe's way, trying to show you that what you are doing is not producing good fruit. That what you are, the way you're operating is not producing or yielding good results, desirable results and outcomes. And sometimes you have to just let go. Let go of that ego and let go of all the expectations that society has for you. Quit trying to fit into this mold that was not tailored for you. You can't fit a square into a circular hole. It doesn't work. And that's why your life doesn't work. That's why you're not effective. That's why you're not skillful in life. Because you already came here into this realm of reality, into this life, with natural gifts, abilities, and talents. And the reason why you're unable to utilize those things is because you don't have knowledge of self. Is because you aren't being who you truly are on all levels, in all dimensions of yourself. You haven't been introspective enough. You haven't looked within. You're too busy looking outside of yourself. And sometimes you have to turn your eyeballs 180. You have to reverse your eyeballs in your eyeball sockets, and you have to look within. Because the truth is, a lot of other people can see your value. And sometimes these people take advantage of you because they know your worth, but you don't know your worth. You don't know what you can bring to the table. And it's because you're constantly and always adverting your attention elsewhere. Because you don't mind your business. You're always in everyone else's business, watching what they do, trying to be them and imitate what they do. And it's nothing wrong with, monkey see, monkey do. Okay? Sometimes, if you see something that someone else is doing, and you see that it practically works, where you can apply it in your own life, and where you can practice it in your own life, and it yields results, things that are common sense, there's nothing wrong with that. That is a good thing. And that's not what I'm talking about here. Because some things are universal, such as mathematics. 2 + 2 = 4. So 2 + 2 = 4, equaling 4 will apply to everyone. And that's not what I'm talking about here. Some paths were not carved out or paved for you. And some roads you will have to walk alone. Okay? Because just like your fingerprints, you are a unique being with a unique destiny and purpose. There's nothing else out there like you. And once you tap into that, once you unlock that, the greatness from within, and stand in it and embrace it with pride and ownership and dignity, the universe or God will shower you with abundance and everything else you deserve in this life. There are people out there for you, but they don't see you, and they can't gravitate to you, and they can't be attracted to you or manifest in your life, whether that be a soulmate or lifelong friends, people you can build true connections and bonds with. They can't, and y'all probably pass each other every day and don't even recognize each other as kindred souls, because none of y'all are your authentic selves. Everybody's always trying to be something they're not and put on a show to impress other people or to not be judged by other people in a negative light. So the people that are meant to be in your lives, y'all never find each other. The only time y'all find each other is when y'all get on the internet or when y'all get on these social media platforms, such as the one we're using now. And then you see, oh wow, there are many people out there who think like me, who are dealing with the same struggles as I am, who have the same goals, dreams, and aspirations that I do. I never knew these people existed. I never knew these people were out there. I thought it was just me that resonated with this, that had this energy signature. I thought it was just me. I thought I was alone. Nah, it ain't just you. It's not just you. Okay? And if you don't allow yourselves to shine in your true essence, well, then your glow just gets mixed in and overshadowed with the rest of the world's bullshit. True story. And I think we have enough carbon copies out here. I think there are enough clones out here. We have enough imitations. There are too many Slim Shadys. Okay? So nah, fuck what everybody else is on. Because I know I'm special. And this is the mindset you have to be in to make it out here and to thrive. Don't go looking for a niche. You are the niche. Okay? Don't go looking for something to get into, or don't go looking for a crowd to be accepted by. You are the thing to get into. You are the crowd. You are the wave, the new wave. You are the drip. And be that. Just be. And people are going to overlook you. People are going to undervalue you and devalue you. People are going to shit on you, make you feel like you ain't shit, like you ain't got nothing to offer. They're going to look at you like you don't hear yourself. They're going to look at you like something wrong with you. And that's cool. Because this life ain't meant for everybody. What I got going on ain't meant for everybody. And that's fine and dandy. But I know I spent enough time in those chambers, in those dojos, in those dungeons. I've spent enough time and went into the darkness to find my light. And I know the gold and the precious minerals and jewels that lie therein. And I confide in that. I confide in myself. And that's where that confidence comes from. Confidence isn't something that you can just learn or imitate. You can't fake it. Confidence is to confide. Look at the base word in confidence, to confide. You know how, like, when you confide in someone, such as your lawyer or your therapist, right? And they tell your therapist ensures you that everything that you speak of in this office or on this Zoom call is confidential. And there are things within you that are confidential that no one else can tap into unless you let someone use you and take advantage of you. Someone else out there who does see your worth and wish to use you like you're just a tool. Who wish to use your magical properties and your gifts to benefit themselves, to enrich themselves. And it doesn't have to be that way. Because if you have true confidence, you know what you got hidden up your sleeves. You know what you're capable of. And you know the greatness and the glory that is deep within you. So you can look at other people and tell them, fuck around and find out. You can sleep on me all you want. You can dismiss me all you want. You don't have to invite me to the party. You don't have to respect me. Because I know my value. I know the riches. And I know the things that I have to offer that are in here. That no one else can offer. No one else can offer this world except me. And when you've done the work, when you've actually put in work in this life, when you've actually done your due diligence, and when you've actually studied to show yourself approved, to show thyself approved, and when you've actually experienced things in life and became an expert from the things that you've experienced, and you've been working on your craft, and you're just being who you are, who you genuinely are. And sometimes it's going to feel lonely. Because in the beginning, you're going to have to cut off people who don't resonate with you, who don't align with you. And you're going to have to separate yourselves and go within and walk that road alone. And in the end, it will be worth it. There is glory in the end. There is abundance in the end. And there are kindred souls waiting for you. Because now they can see you. Well, that made sense to me, but it might not make sense to you, and that's okay. Because it wasn't meant for you. But if you have ears to hear and if you have eyes to see, then just let me plant these seeds into your consciousness. But it's up to you to water and nurture those seeds. and to grow into your greatest version of yourself. With that being said, peace out. Go be great. And fuck everybody else.